Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tony's Picks Happy Hour here for Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. Hey, if you're new to Tony's Picks, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Make sure you subscribe. And hey, while you're subscribing, give us a thumbs up. And hey, if you're always here and hanging out, hey, give us a thumbs up as well. Greatly appreciated. Helps us out a ton. And hey, as we always do, we'll get to the cappers, see how they're doing here today. Look, the three Ramigos are back at it again today here on a Tuesday. So looking to get to these plays. Find us some winners here to tackle the book here on Tuesday. Let's get us some winners. See how Ramon is doing here on Tuesday. How are you doing, buddy?
Ron, I've been trying to watching some college baseball in between naps here this afternoon. You know what I mean? We get ready to go here in some of the conference tournaments really rolling here. It's going to be an exciting week of college baseball, but we've got Major League Baseball here, and I heard there might be some playoff games tonight.
Definitely right. Some playoff action tonight going in the conference finals. Definitely there's a couple games rolling there. So we'll get to those shortly. But first we'll get to Ron. How are you doing here on this Tuesday, Ron?
Doing good. Good start to the day with Manchester City minus the 1.5. We got that premium in the box. But, man, yesterday was boring. I guess it's just going to be the future. We're going to see it's just WNBA and baseball. It's going to be for the summer. So I guess it's a preview of what happens after the NHL and NBA playoffs finish up. But yeah, big card tonight. We got everything. It's like an equinox except football. That's the only thing we're missing there. So everything on the board tonight. So it's a big night. Let's get to it.
Definitely. Let's get to it. Hey, because enjoy these conference finals. I think we're in for some good games in both NHL and in the NBA. Should be some good ones. So let's get to it. As we always do, we'll kick it off with the NBA. First game we're looking at here to get things rolling is Minnesota heading into OKC, take on the Thunder. See about 7.5 this morning? I see 7s in most places now. That total has definitely risen all the way up to 218.5 in most places. Looking at the injury report, I see a clean injury report on both sides. No big injuries to worry about there. So let's just play some basketball. Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here on Tuesday night?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, OKC, as great as they've been, they haven't been covering the spread too well here in the postseason. Minnesota, they've done a nice job covering the spread. So I kind of agree with you, Ron. We're going to see great games here, even if there was a pretty big discrepancy between these teams, really 19 wins in the regular season between the two teams. But maybe we've seen Minnesota kind of improve or get into this position, obviously, here. Hey, I'm going to go to a prop tonight. I'm going to look at Chet Holmgren. I'm going to go under his rebounds at 8.5. He's going to have his hands full a little bit doing some other things on the court. And against Minnesota, against their tall tree, Rudy in there, and then maybe a little bit of Randall as well. I'm going to go under 8.5 rebounds for Chet tonight. Probably a pick 'em price. You might even get minus 105 there. That'll be my play for this evening's game one.
Heading on over to Ron. What do you got here in this game one action for us tonight?
Yeah, and Minnesota on a lengthy rest. And guess what happened when Oklahoma City had a lengthy rest before game one of that last round with Denver? They got beat outright. That's not going to happen tonight, though. I think Oklahoma City is ready to roll. And you look at their record as a home favorite this year, they are 31-14, averaging winning by 16 points a game. Too much love for the Wolves tonight. I love Oklahoma City minus the 7.
And for me here in this one, I like the over in the first half. This is 109.5 I see here in this one, and I think we see some points here in this first half. As we know, Minnesota's offense has been pretty good, and if they want to win this, drag OKC, you figure, hey, they love to play that high, fast-paced game as well in this one, and I think that's exactly what they do. We're going to get one of those higher scoring. That's why the total's been on the rise because, full game-wise, anyways, it's about 10 points lighter than what we've seen on the season between these two squads. But I'm focused here in that first half where it's only 109.5 in most places. I think we easily get to 110 or more from both squads here in the first half. It's just one of those things. It's a kind of a revenge game, too, if you look at it. This is the last time these two teams met. It took overtime to decide a winner, and Minnesota got the win in that one. So it's a revenge spot. OKC will be ready for it, but so will Minnesota. Both these teams love to shoot the three as well, so I like a fast pace to kick us off here in this one. Maybe it slows down in that second half a little bit, but not the way this total's been rising. So I think we see the full track meet right from the opening tip off here in this one. So I'll take the over in the first half of this one. That wraps up the NBA. Let's head on over to the Diamond. Looking at a few on the slate. How many we got on the card? Split it into, what do we got? 14 on the card. So we'll do the first 5 here. We got the Reds taking on the Pirates, Cubs taking on the Marlins, the Mets taking on Boston, Atlanta into Washington. Hey, look, Strider's back for Atlanta in that one. And let's throw in a couple of 705s there as well. The Houston Astros taking on the Rays in Texas in to take on the Yankees. What do you think there in those ones, Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to look at the Mets tonight. You know, they caught them off the Sunday night game. Boston got them last night, but they're the better team. We got the better pitching. I don't trust Walker Buehler even when he's back in his Dodger days. Throwing a 4.28 ERA right now with a 1.2 whip. It could be a low-scoring game, but I definitely look at the Mets in this one.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you like here in these ones, Ramon?
Well, I'm going to go to Corbin Day, but I'm going to go with Corbin Day to maybe have a decent performance here against the Yankees. I'm actually going to take the under in this one. I think the number just slightly too high here. Look, Corbin's numbers have been fine. He's certainly a fun for fodder with everybody on the shows and on X and everything. But I like Corbin here maybe to have a solid start. I mean, he's got 3.35 ERA this season. Yeah, the Yankees have had their left-handed success, but with Will Warren going here for the Yankees, 4.61 ERA for the youngster here, 234 batting average against. But more for me, it's just kind of what we've seen from Texas. It's not just at home, guys, that they're going under. They're just going under in every game period right now. They've gone under in 6 of their last 7 and 4 of their last 5 on the road here right now. So just looks like a lot of unders here. Actually, it's 5 of their last 7 overall and 8 of their last 11. I can extend it out a little bit too now looking at the charts here. So I'm going to take the under. This series isn't over, but give me under tonight at 8.5 with Texas and the Yankees.
Yeah, speaking of unders, I like the under between Cincinnati and Pittsburgh here. Looking at that matchup there. Cincinnati 9-1 to the under in their last 10 games. Pirates 8-1 to the under in their last 10 games. And with Nick Martinez on the mound, well, he's 7-0 to the under when he's faced teams with losing records like the Pirates have. For some reason, they just lower scoring games. I'll take the under 8 there in that one. And I agree with Ron. Take the Mets there to bounce back. What we've seen from the Mets after losing by 2 runs or less, they bounced back. They're 11-1 following a 2-run or less loss this season. So definitely bounce back for the Mets there in that one. I'm with you. We're not Bueller. Let's take Bueller under his out total as well. I think he's going to get hit up early and often there in that one by the Mets. Let's head on to the next slate of MLB. We got rolling here tonight. We'll split this last one into a couple. We'll go into 4 and 4. All right, we'll go San Diego taking on the Jays, Seattle and the White Sox, Tigers into St. Louis, Baltimore taking on Milwaukee. What do you think there in those 4, Ramon?
Well, I'm going to have to go back to Seattle and the White Sox here, game to go under. We are seeing a bullpen game here, it looks like, for Seattle. But Legumina, he's been terrific since they got him over from the Reds. He's been a reliever here for Seattle with big-time numbers so far, almost unhittable. He ends up, I believe, being the opener here. You're pretty much going to see the 3 pitchers that have been listed as a starter in this game over the last 12 to 14 hours, it seems like. That'll be the group of guys that'll go in there against the White Sox. And if you have a glove, Hauser, you're in. They signed him today. They said, hey, get in there. You're starting Adrian Hauser for the White Sox here. So I'm going to need some work from Hauser here for sure against this Seattle lineup. But look, yesterday's game was 5-1. It wouldn't surprise me if we get kind of the same result here. Seattle, maybe you want to take them on the run line as well. And they'll just, I believe, win this one in convincing fashion and keep the White Sox bats down. My official play here will be on the under in this one. It's 8.5, juice to the under. But yeah, hey, if you got a glove, you're in. You're starting. That's how it is on the White Sox. Buy a ticket, you're starting.
And open trials every Friday. Come on in. Bring your glove down. We'll give you a tryout down here in Chicago. We'll definitely, if we can find another arm or two, well, hey, you're in there.
We know he's been around the block, though. That's my.
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll see if there's a little bit of tread left on that tires or not.
That's where the White Sox stand right now, guys, for sure.
You're right. We'll take 80. We'll take a 20% pair over there. It's got a little bit of tread left. Let's get him in there. See what happens. Hey, I don't know where we're on. We're like hearing these four, Ron.
Yeah, we're going to look at Baltimore and Milwaukee. I don't give a damn if Ramon's pitching. We're still taking the Milwaukee Brewers. There is no way. I don't know what's wrong with this Baltimore team, but definitely we're looking that way. And my spreadsheet play of the day yesterday, we're still waiting for it to cash. It was Minnesota. I don't know if they're even going to get that one in or the second one regardless. My spreadsheet play of the day is now 32-4. Waiting on Minnesota, and this one's tonight is San Diego. So take the Padres there. Your Padres, Ramon, 32-4.
Well, Rod can comment. I saw Mills in the chat. Rod, he said, "Who do you like for a homer, Tatis or Vladdy?" Well, the way the Padres are hitting, I'd probably take Vladdy, and he's 0-6 against Bassett. So I'll go maybe a player. I'll take Vladdy for Mills over Tatis for sure tonight.
Yeah.
Chris, tip your pitch as Bassett is on the map.
How about you pair them up and they both get one? I'll say they both get one tonight.
Okay. I'm really disappointed in the Padres offense right now. Merrill's having problems. Manny, they both might be injured, so I think they can kind of work around Tatis right now. Those guys are combined 1 for 30 in their last several games. Talking about Merrill and Manny right now.
Yeah, I think it's good for him to get back out on the road after that horrible weekend.
I think he came back too soon, probably.
Sometimes they do that, right? And now is 1-9, and then you're milking this injury, trying to get it better, and it's tough because you continue to play. So, and for me in this time section, yeah, exactly. There's Baltimore. You got to keep fading Baltimore. I just I don't know what's the new coaching angle sure didn't help. Even the new hitting coach didn't help. Not working there. I don't know what they're going to do in that one. At some point, it's kind of like the Twins. I think at some point they got to put something together. There's just too much talent on this Baltimore organization for them to just keep losing. It's like, man, I think at that point it snowballed a little bit, and now they might be in their own head a little bit there in Baltimore. But all it takes is going the other way. And that Twins game's rained out, so both I think they're both rained out. Still raining, since the 2-1. It was 2-1 Twins with what did we get?
That's still suspended though from last night. I'm still waiting.
If you've seen the viral video, it was take your dog to the ballpark day tonight there at the field there in Minnesota, and they showed the dog. He's looking pretty sad with all the rain coming down on him.
With all the rain coming down, right? Yeah.
The doggy, but he was crying.
We want to see some baseball. All right, let's get into the late night slate. We got the Philadelphia Phillies heading into Colorado. Man, Colorado looked like teased you a little bit, and then all of a sudden the Phillies opened that one up. Whooped it late Colorado. Kansas City taking on the Giants. Holy, somebody's back. Hey, Birdsong's back rolling around. He's going to go out there early. Usually he was back to the bullpen. So let's see if Birdsong can get a start rolling there. And then the Angels continue to roll along. They beat up on the homeless. And then we got Arizona beating up on the Dodgers. Can they beat up on Yamamoto? We'll see. Heading on over to Ron. What do you like here in the 4 tonight?
Yeah, I think they should raise it like a sign over there in Sacramento. Homeless Hoagland. We're going with him. I'm going to take Hoagland. We're going to lay the 1.5 in that one. I just don't trust Kyle Hendricks on the road. Just horrible this year. And I said it last night. What is it now? 4-17. Colorado home dogs losing by 4 runs a game. Lay the 3.5 once again.
I don't know, Ramon. What do you like hearing these ones, Ramon?
Yeah, it almost feels like a bargain. You get Philadelphia under like 350 or something. Okay, I'll go tonight to LA. Yes, Yamamoto. He's about what they've got left in that Dodger rotation, other than what they're piecing together, trying to bring Kershaw back, trying to find the parts as these guys continue to fall to the injured list. But we know we can kind of trust Yamamoto. But man, the Dodgers have gone over at home in 11 of their last 12 games. So against Ryan Nelson here, I think maybe the Dodgers get out to the lead here, and maybe we get some runs off of Yamamoto. Look, the total here is right now 9 over. There's some 9.5s out there, so the bookmakers aren't telling you necessarily this one's going to be an under at Dodger Stadium. I'm going to go over here in this one. I'm making my free play with Yamamoto going in there, but I think we see runs here the way it's going between these two. Arizona's gone over in 4 of their last 5 on the road, so I'm going to go over tonight with Arizona and the Dodgers.
And for me, hey, it's one of those things. The Dodgers just keep losing, and you get some pretty good price. It's fade the ace, as you say. It's I'm almost getting 2 times my money. Yes, Yamamoto's been good, but how far is Yamamoto going into this game? Before we have to see the bullpen come popping out. Use 6 innings, 5 innings, 6 innings, 5 innings. So you did go 7 against Texas once this year. So you're still gonna have to see the bullpen at some point. And Arizona, they can hit. They love getting up for these games. So I'm gonna take a shot here with Arizona on the money line over the Dodgers again to hand them another L. Why not?
Dodgers
I know
can't
I've been
lose
a little.
again.
I've been
Lose again.
I can't lose again, right? It's like I've been a little bit hard on the Arizona squad, but hey, just got to pick your spots. Was fading a few guys, and Zach has fallen. Well, I don't see him pitching here, so I'll take a shot again with Arizona there in that matchup. And then one more I'm looking at here in the late night slate of things is you're looking at Birdsong going. I don't no way you can go sing. It's a song. Pitch us a meatball right over the plate. I'll take Kansas City and the plus price there in that one. Both these teams struggled a little bit, both 4 and 6 in their last 10 games. Offense is not the greatest, and under might not be a bad play there, but at that plus price, I'll take your Royals there on with the plus price over Birdsong getting a start. I think they can jump on him early and sail some.
So did they move him into the starting role, or is it just a bullpen day for the Giants? I couldn't figure out what they were doing here.
It probably depends how far Birdsong goes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because they took Jordan Hicks, they moved him to the bullpen where he needs to be anyway. But I wondered if they promoted him to the starting role. I just wondered.
I haven't heard, but I'm going to say that at this point they're going to start with Birdsong, and then probably depends how Birdsong does. If he can, we've seen him go a couple innings, sometimes 3 innings, and be not horrible
in relief. Yeah,
right. So in this spot, basically they're getting him a shot. It's like he's trying to make it, as me and Tony have alluded to plenty of times. It's that reliever. You want that money. You got to be a starter in this days of MLB to be able to collect that bag. So Birdsong's earned it. He's went to the bullpen. He's done his time as relief. I know he came out being a starter and not the greatest success for him. So why not give him a shot here? I think he goes at least a couple innings. And if he does well in those couple innings, you leave him in there and see if he can go 3 innings, see if he can go 4. It's kind of, I bet it's a play up by ear type of thing. And yeah, I think Hicks would probably perform a little better out of the bullpen for the Giants than that one. So
speaking of Bubic had a hell of a night last night. No hitter that he going there. It was really a nice effort by Bubic. He's going to be good. It's going to be a good one. And like I said, Noah Cameron with Lugo now on the shelf, and also Raggins. You're going to see Noah Cameron back up from Omaha here soon. Oh, and Caglione is the Florida boy. Where's Mr. Whiskers? He is now at Omaha. Watch out. He's coming.
Yeah, as far as the Giants are concerned, Hicks threw yesterday 16 pitches, so maybe he can come back. But Kyle Harrison probably lined up as well in this game, and Spencer Bivens probably be handling
Mendotal,
into the short
Somewhere a
guys.
bullpen game. Bullpen game here.
But we know Birdsong. Your Birdsong stays on my mind. He can go. He can go a few innings.
He can go a few innings. Yeah, we've seen him pitch a few. So
bird is the word, bird.
How many bad bird references can we make?
So many bad. the movie The Birds. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's head on over to the.
Dare to do the bird dancer.
Family Guy thing. Bird, the bird, 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 the bird.
All right, let's get on over to the ice and look at the conference finals in the East. Florida heading into Carolina to take on the Hurricanes here in this one. What do you think here in this one, Ramon? Who's going to grab that game one win?
All right. Yeah, we're going to have to take a look at this one here. Carolina, look, just a slight favorite right here. Look, Florida's been great, but man, Carolina's doing something I don't think any other team is kind of doing here in the postseason, the way they go about their business. So I'm going to take a prop here, and it's going to be kind of a contrarian to the way I'm feeling about the game, I think, but I'm going to go under in Freddie's saves again. It worked last time. And again, it's not against Freddie. It's the fact that can Florida get enough shots here, Rod, to get up to 24 saves? I don't think that's the case, right? He ended with 18 in that overtime game. He might have had one or two in that quick overtime, but I've got Anderson under 23 and a half saves here. They just don't give up many chances. I think even to an explosive team like Florida. Game one, I don't know the way you guys are going to spell it out, but sounds like we might be in for a grind with Carolina. It doesn't matter who they're playing. The way they make you play. So give me under with Freddie. I know he's been the best in the playoffs, but you got to give some credit to that defense too. I'll go under 23 and a half saves with Anderson.
Heading on over to Ron. What do you like here in this one tonight, Ron?
All right. Well, I've been saying it the whole playoff series here. Number one, you got Carolina at home. They do very well at home. One of the best puck lines as far as plus money going in the NHL this year. And you have road dogs in the playoffs that are now 9-23. However, Florida is 3-0 in that dog roll. So I really don't want to mess with the side, but I would lean to the Carolina Hurricanes at that low price. But I'm going to look at the under. I think, man, there was just, first of all, Florida didn't need to play with Toronto that much. They should have been out of that series. But now you look at, like you said, Freddie and Bobrovsky's going at it. I like an under 5.5 in that one. So I'm going to take that under tonight.
Yeah, I'm with it. Grab the under here in this one. This could go either way. Coin flip. It's rest versus rust. And you figure there is that little bit of rust from Carolina, maybe from having a little bit of too much time off, but I don't know. I think this is going to be a ground and run and hitting hard. Both these teams love to push you to the outside. So as Ramon's alluded to, shots going to be really tough. This Panther squad, though, they did set a record against the Leafs, but they didn't get all of those through. They set a record in that last game 7 versus the Leafs by making 75 shot attempts in the first 2 frames of that game. But how many shots actually made it through the net? Give it to the Leafs because it could have been a lot more lopsided than what it was in that game. If you look at it, how many shots made it through for Florida in that game? 20. So that's 20. No, 34. They got 34 shots through in on the Leafs in that one, and that was in the first two periods that I tracked. 75 shot attempts. They actually set an NHL record for the most shot attempts in 2 periods of a playoff game. I remember that. So, but Carolina's not going to let you do that. They're not going to let you. They play a lot more tight checking, hard hitting. So, numbers on this under, yes, definitely love this under 5.5 here in this one. The last game we've seen, it was 3-1 between these two teams. In Florida games, when they score when they allow 2 or less, Florida 31-11 this season to the under, and then Carolina games where they score 2 or less goals in a game, it's 24-4. when they allow 2 or less, 30-9. Yeah, I'm with you. The under is the play here in this one tonight. And then who wins it, man? Flip a coin, because I think this is going to come down to who makes that mistake. Being one of those NHL games that who makes that bad mistake and someone comes ripping it on and scores the goal is where this one's going. Hey, we got one more. Heading on over to the W tonight. We got a couple of games there to look at before we head on out for the evening. We got Atlanta into Indiana. I see that's come down a little bit. Fever only laying 7.5 there in that one. And holy man, the Aces are laying 14 against the Sun now in that one. Total 166.5. What do you think here in these two WNBA games tonight, Ramon?
14? Whoa.
Yeah, it's up to 14 now with the Aces.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a look here at that game, and I'm going to look to the old veteran. Oh, I better not call her old, the veteran, Tina Charles tonight against Las Vegas. Look, I've got Charles here to go over 8.5 rebounds. She's come to play so far, even if the Sun are off to a bit of a rugged start. She's going to have to kind of step up, too, to get this team going here right now because everyone's kind of down on the Sun. This is probably the worst team they put out there in several years, but it's not for lack of trying for Charles. She certainly put up nice numbers so far to start the season. So I've got over 8.5 rebounds with Tina Charles tonight.
Head on over to Ron. What do you like hearing this one tonight, Ron?
Yeah, everybody's humping up on those Indiana Fever, and I'll tell you, they played the Chicago Sky. Just remember, that's who they played last weekend. They're horrible. They're probably worse than the Valkyries this year. And the Sun aren't really far behind that if you look at that. But look at Stephanie White coming over from Connecticut Sun is now the coach of the Indiana Fever. And Stephanie was one of the top defenses in the league at Connecticut. And if she gets that mentality, we already seen it, they only allow, 60 some points on Saturday. I think the over is too much. I think people are overreacting that it's going to be an over tonight. And I'm going to look at the under in that Fever and Atlanta game.
And for me here in this one, you're going to give me 14 points now with the Sun? Sure, overreaction to what we see in their first game. At 14 points, I didn't like what I seen from the Aces. They pulled it back to within 5, and then they just fell apart again against the Liberty in that one, and lost big. So I don't like what I seen from the Aces. I know the Sun squad definitely didn't look the greatest either, but I think if you look at both of these squads, the defenses haven't been the greatest, but offensively, and not the greatest either. So kind of with you there on the under. I like the under in the first half. Between these two squads, Vegas, Connecticut, I like the under in the first half, and then I will grab those 14 points with the Suns. I think it's just too many points. I'm guessing people think it's going to be one of those blowout games, but I don't think so there. And then looking at Indiana, this Atlanta squad, I don't think there is. I almost want to take that. That's why it's come down. I almost want to take the points with Atlanta because I think this Atlanta squad is going to be good. They got some girls there that can play. If you look at those numbers, how many times did they turn the ball over in that first matchup? Did Atlanta with Washington? I want to say it was a good chunk. Let me have a quick little look. I thought it was over 14 turnovers. For Atlanta, yeah, 14 turnovers in that game against Washington. You're turning the ball over. You're giving the opponent those second chance opportunities, and it's they clean that up. And I think this is a way closer game. I got to take Atlanta plus the 7.5 there in that one tonight. I think that was going to be the game of the night. Excited for that one. I know Indiana, and you're going to get these big points with the Fever this year because I think they will be overvalued, but. Watch out, this Atlanta team, no slouch. They've got definitely plenty of talent on there to keep this close with the Fever. Because we know, what I remember from the Fever last year is they could score and put 90 on you and sometimes even put 100 on you. But what I also remember is they can give up 90 with the best of them. Their defense was not the greatest. They love to score. So I'll grab the Dream there plus the points in that one. Hey, that wraps up the sports we got rolling here tonight. Brings us to the parlay section. Player prop game in the future. We leave it up to the capper to decide whatever they would like to give out here. And then they'll let you know what they got going over at Tony'sPicks.com. That's where you can find our best bets, the best that we got our money on. You can hit the link, gets you right on over there. Head on over to Ramon to get us started. What do you got for us tonight, Ramon?
Yeah, well, a lot of college baseball's gone on, but I got to bring one to you here for sure with our conference tournaments. I'm going to go out to the Sun Belt, though, and this one leave the major conferences alone for the show tonight, I think. Take Arkansas State on the run line, -1.5, and probably plus $1.25 or more tonight against Georgia Southern. Over at Tony'sPicks.com, I like this card. I've got a 3-pack of plays in the major leagues tonight with my Major League Baseball 3-pack here for Tuesday. Pick it up over at Tony'sPicks.com, and I have plays in both NBA and NHL playoff games. I package that up in there with my WNBA play as well. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off the premium pick packages, not just for me, but for these two gentlemen as well. Make sure you use that promo code every time, and it comes out at Tony's share. So keep using it.
Head on over to Ron. What do you got for us here tonight,
I'm
Ron?
sure he'll love to hear that. Yeah, let me get the parlay out of the way. Got we're going with Kia again. Absolutely, we got Kia, LG, and Samsung. You want to parlay those up on the money line for tomorrow morning. We're also going to look at the Europa League championship between Manchester United and Tottenham. I'm going to take Manchester United to win that thing. Definitely, if you can get it to advance, I know it's going to has to go extra time. You'll get that as well. But yeah, tell them to win or lift the trophy. I think that's what it's called, right, Ramon? Lift the trophy. Yeah, lift the trophy. Manchester United was going to get that one done. Tonight I got a 5-pack. I'm really seeing the board in MLB really good now. Spreadsheet's working good, so I'm going to keep riding it. 5-pack in MLB. I got my NHL blue line best bet. I got my NBA 3-point play and WNBA 3-point play. So I'm all over the board tonight. And also I'll have some KBO in the morning for you as well. But like everybody said, we're all on the leaderboards. It's a brand new season of WNBA. We're hitting it and running good, and definitely follow all of us because we're all hitting WNBA right now very well. Pair us up, man. Get your best cappers out there. Pick your sports, and I know I'm hitting the NHL, the NBA, and soccer, and Ramon's hitting soccer, and Rod's hitting the baseball and WNBA and NHL. So you're not going to lose with any of us, honestly. So pair either one of us up, and let's make that cash, man.
Definitely take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotion you see over there at Tony'sPicks.com. Can't go wrong with that. Pair of 2 cappers up, having 2 cappers putting money into your pocket. For me over there tonight, I've got my top play in the MLB, my top play in the NBA, and then my top play in the NHL. Best bet in each sport, or you can grab that 3-pack, and that includes all the best bets in each sport over at Tony'sPicks.com. No premium for me in the WNBA. Just couldn't get there. If anything, it was going to be leading to the dream plus the points. I really think they keep it close with the Fever in that one tonight. Should be a good one. Parlay for you, though. I got the Cubs on the money line, the Mets on the money line, and I'm going to throw Arizona to beat the Dodgers as a nice little dog price to add to that 3-team parlay for us tonight. That wraps it up. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you that tune into the Happy Hour Daily. And always, don't forget, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, we got Tony doing the Tony's Picks Morning Show. So definitely tune in 9:30 a.m. Eastern for the morning show. Any final words before we head on out for Tuesday's action?
Take Wilson over 26.5. She's going to rock tonight.
And I'll go with Kelsey Mitchell. I'll go Kelsey Mitchell over 16.5 points. I know Ron cautioned me on this total right now with the Fever, but I just expect more balanced scoring actually between the Fever players here with Caitlin, with Mitchell in there, and with Boston as well. So give me the Mitchell over 16.5.
And for me, we're going to go with give me Sam Bennett 2+ points tonight for the Florida Panthers. I think he has himself a good night for Florida. He's always in there. So give me Sam Bennett 2+ points tonight for the Panthers. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And as always, don't forget, see you guys tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern for the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Have yourself a wonderful Tuesday, everybody. Make sure it's a winning one. Have yourself a good one. See you, everybody.
Good luck, guys.